Hello, good morning students. I am your science teacher S. Kiran. Welcomes you all back to the another session of science online classes. Students, I expect as well as I hope to you all that you all are fine and doing well at your home, and you are watching the continuous videos and you are proceeding syllabus slowly and gradually. So, students, I hope that you can see the board where I had mentioned a structural or cellular organization. But students, before proceeding about the topic, as usual, you must use your headphone for the better listening and experiencing, and get ready with your textbook. So, students, now come to the topic. The topic is that cellular structural organization. Cellular and structural. Do you know, students, the structural evolution? A structural. Uh, we can say that structure means it is a form. Are you getting my friends? It is a form. Supposed to be how I give you the example. Just think. We have to make a brick. We have to make a brick. What the workers used to do? What the workers used to do? First, they make dough of the soil. Okay. Before doing, what they do? Soil. It is what the concretes mixed with the soil that they remove by hand picking method. You know very well separation. Then after they make a dough of the soil, and then after they use a, particular students. I was talking about a special type of frame where they used to the dough soil, and what they have soil make dough, that dough soil they used to fill in that frame, and after few minutes or few seconds they, or you can observe that how they want, what type of bricks they want, what type of structures they want. After that they can remove from that frame. Okay, so there are too many structures supposed to be. If I talk about a human being structure, human being structure also same like that. Every humans have like 2 ears, 2 nose, 2 legs. Every humans have their same function of their body. So that's why here the topic is that cellular structural organization. Okay, students. So see, first of all, I talk about cell, but before cell, just I ask you all: have you studied about that one materials of daily uses, that cloths? To make cloths, what is the essential or initial things required? That is fiber. And how the fibers were collected? From the cotton balls. First, we need the cotton, be separated from cotton balls, we obtain from cotton balls. Then after, by the process, different types of process, ginning, knitting, weaving, this process we got that fiber. That fiber we used to make fabric, and that fabric used to make cloths. So we can say that the what is the smallest unit of cloth? That fiber. So on the same way, I am talking about cell. What is cell? Cell is the smallest unit of living things. What the living things are existing in the nature? If I ask what is the smallest thing, then you can say a smallest thing is cell. It means cell is called the smallest thing of living things. If I talk about tissue, students, we can see here is the right indication is there that their function. their definition we can say, what their proper introduction we can say. What the downward symbol is there, that is a chain. That is a chain. How they form. See, so first of all, we know very well a smallest unit of living things is called cell. Come to the tissue. 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 Group of same kind of cells. It means what? The tissue is there. The group of same kind of cells for tissue. Group of same kind of cells for tissue. See, after that, what is organ? What is organ? Then group of tissue to form organ. Group of tissue. Are you getting my point, students? Group of same kind of cell. What form? Tissue. Group of tissue to form organ. See, after that, after organ, what is organ system? It means group of organ and function. Group of organ and their function like a machine is called organ system. Suppose you can take example of human beings, you can take example of animals, you can take example of insect. It means all systems are functioning. If they are surviving, they are living, they comes under the living things. So definitely these things may be happening. Digestive system, excretory system, nervous system. These are the system. These are the system. How it performs? It performs by the organs. What is the organ? It is a group of tissue. What is the tissue? That tissues is combining the same kind of cells. What is the cell? Cell is the smallest unit and function unit of living things. So, are you getting my point? Understood about this consideration? So, come to the cell. Once again, we will discuss about the cell. What is cell? See, unicellular and multicellular. That cell is described in two ways. Number first, unicellular. Uni, it means one. Uni means single. Multi, it means many. Cellular means the organs, the animals, the living things which is made with the help of shell. That is cellular. Okay. See, made up of single cell. In unicellular, what is that? Made up of single cell. It means as an example, say amoeba, 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 yeast, 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 bacteria, 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 paramecium, paramecium, paramecium. So these are examples. We can say these animals, these are also a type of animals. But the thing is that a type of organism. But the thing is that they are made with the help of single cell. You getting my points? So if I talk about multicellular, already I told you, multi means many. So made up of millions of cells. Students, if we will think how a human forms, how an insect forms, how the animals form. Students, you can't believe that more than million cells, or with the help of more than million cells, that body constructed. Okay, because in our body there are too many systems, there are too many tissues, there are too many organs. With the combining of that organ system that a body needs, then they are functioning, then they are considering as a living things. See, made up of millions of cells. As example, human, insect, animals, bird, etc. Okay, students, these are the multicellular. So now, students, topic is that environment. What is environment? Simple. All the surroundings. It means all that surrounds of the living things. We are the living things. Who is surviving? Who is taking oxygen? Exhaling carbon dioxide. Who is growing? Already we have studied there are too many characteristics of the living things. It means that characteristics are functioning by the living things. We can say so. All that surrounds of living things and affects their growth and development. Is called an environment. Are you getting my point, students? So, if I talk about as an example, what will be the example? living things and non-living things. We know very well in the nature only two types of things are available. Number first, living, or second, non-living. Okay. See, biotic component. Next topic is that biotic component. If I talk about biotic, biotic is what? Biotic is a standard word of living. Biotic is a standard word of living. We can use instead of living as a biotic. So, biotic, all living things are known as biotic component. So, students, already it was told. All living things are known as biotic component. It inhale and exhale. Just now I said it inhale and exhale. What inhale? Oxygen. What it exhale? Carbon dioxide. So these are called biotic component. As example, you know very well all the living things considering. See, if I talk about abiotic component. Okay, students, it means apart from living things, what they are left? Non-living things. It means what the non-living things are there in the environment, that all are abiotic component. See, non-living things which do not have life, but helps to survive biotic component. A student doesn't matter they don't have a life, but they always helps. They always helps to the survival of living things. Biotic component. They play a vital role in biotic component for the survival. You know very well. As example, you can take sheep, water, soil, clouds, air, mountain. They don't have the life. That is not the biotic component. That all are abiotic component. But you know very well, because we are functioning, we are taking advantage of these things. Do you think that without water can we survive? No. But it is a biotic component. In spite of it is most essential for us. Air, it is also abiotic, but it is also essential for the living things. It means we can say that all abiotic components, it means abiotic components helps to the biotic components for their survival of their life. Okay, students? So, students, I think and I hope from everyone that you come to that points you have understood, and this is all about the things around us. And in the next video we will discuss about the question answer. Till that, make a notes of it, and if any doubts, if any have the problem, you can ask me. Okay, students, bye, thank you.